Magandang araw! I hope everyone who's watching this video is safe, healthy, and happy. Now, this presentation is about naming aldehydes and ketones. So, aldehydes and ketones are organic compounds which have carbonyl functional group. So, the carbonyl functional group is this one. So, there is carbon here. So, carbon double bond O, carbon double bond oxygen. Now, note that the carbon atom of this group has two remaining bonds that may be occupied by hydrogen, by an alkyl group, or an aryl substituent. Now, if one of the substituents is hydrogen, then the compound is aldehyde. Otherwise, it is a ketone. Now, these are maybe identical or they may also be different. Now, how do we name aldehydes? So, aldehydes take their name from their parent alkene chain, then with an ending al. The aldehyde functional group is always carbon number 1 because it's terminal. For the common name of aldehydes, we start with the common parent chain name and add the suffix aldehyde. Substituent positions are shown with Greek letters. When the aldehyde functional group is attached to a ring, we use the suffix carbaldehyde. And the carbon attached to the CHO is always carbon number 1. So, for example, we have here, so this one, so again, there is a carbon here, so there is only one carbon, so it's methanol. So, from the methane alkane, so methane, instead of saying methane, we say methanol, commonly called formaldehyde. So, this is used in preserving yung mga specimen, so commonly called also formalin. And then we have 2 carbon, so 1, 2, so that's ethanol or commonly called acetaldehyde. We have pentanol or commonly called valeraldehyde. So if we have a chloro substituent at carbon number 2, so this is 2-chloropentanol. So that's the IUPAC name. For common name, we have chlorovaleraldehyde, but to indicate the locant, we say alpha. So it's alpha-chlorovaleraldehyde. And then we have butanol or butyraldehyde and 3-methylbutanol or azovaleraldehyde. So this is carbon number 1, 2, 3. And clearly, the methyl substituent is at carbon number 3. So when the CHO is attached to a ring, we use the suffix carbaldehyde. So this is a cyclohexane carbaldehyde. That's carbon number 1. And then we have, this is carbon number 1, 2, 3, and a methyl substituent at carbon number 3. So this is 3-methyl cyclohexane carbaldehyde. So this is carbon number 1, 2, 3. So we have a 3,3-dibromo cyclopentane carbaldehyde. So this one, this is carbon number 1 and 2, and then we have a trans, no? Because they are of opposite sides. So ito parang pinakikita papalayo sa atin, ito papunta sa atin. No? So on the plane. So we have trans 2-methyl cyclopentane carbaldehyde. Now, there are some common names that are still being used, and it is helpful if you are able to memorize. So, this one, so again, formaldehyde, acetaldehyde, and benzaldehyde. Now, how do we name ketones? Okay, so the IUPAC is very similar to aldehyde, only that the parent alkane, the suffix used is ONE for ketones. Okay. Now, it is important that the locant is mentioned because unlike the aldehyde functional group, which is at the terminal or carbon number 1, here it could be anywhere. So we have to specify the location number. However, chain numbering normally starts from the end nearest the carbonyl group. Now, common names are formed by naming both alkyl groups. So, parang ether, no? Yung ROR. Sasabihin mo lang yung dalawang R and then affix the word ether. Ito naman, sasabihin mo yung dalawang alkyl or aryl groups and then you affix the word ketone. You also name the alkyl groups alphabetically. So, we have, this one is actually methyl, 2-methyl. So, this is dimethyl ketone or commonly called acetone. The IUPAC name is propanone. Kasi it is taken from propane with 3 carbons, 1, 2, 3. So, instead of saying propane, we say propanone. But commonly called acetone or dimethyl ketone. This one is a methyl phenyl ketone. So, ito ngayon yung instead of O4 ether, so we have the carbonyl carbon. No? So, we have the C double bond O. So, this is the methyl group and the phenyl group. So, we have a methyl phenyl ketone or acetophenone. And then, we have a diphenyl ketone or IUPAC is benzophenone. No? Benzophenone. So, this is parang the benzyl group. No? The benzyl group. The benzyl group. And then, a phenyl. So, we have a benzophenone or diphenyl ketone. So, we have 2,2-pentanone or a methyl propyl ketone. So, this is the methyl group. This is 1,2,3, the propyl group. So, this is methyl propyl ketone or 2-pentanone. And then, we have the methyl isopropyl ketone. Or this should be isopropyl methyl. No? Again, this should have been isopropyl methyl ketone. For IUPAC, we have 3-methyl-2-butanone. So, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. Clearly, there is a methyl substituent at carbon number 3, 1, 2, 3. So, this one, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, we have a hexane or a hexanone, which is at carbon number 3. So, we have a 3-hexanone or an ethyl propyl ketone. So, common names which are also being used. So, acetone or dimethyl ketone for propanone, methyl phenyl ketone or acetophenone for 1-phenyl ethanone, and then diphenyl ketone for benzophenone. Now, how do we name aldehydes and ketones in the same molecule? No? Aldehydes are given priority from the IUPAC and therefore the ketone group is named as a substituent and it is called as oxo substituent. So here we have oxo at carbon number, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have a pentanal because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbons. No? So there is a ketone group at carbon number 4. So this is 4-oxopentanal. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have a 3,4-dioxopentanal. And we have a 1,2,2-methyl-3-oxobutanal. How do we name dialdehyde? So yung dalawa, yung aldehyde functional group. So the ending is dial. And then we just give the parent alkane. So we have pentane dial. Hindi na importante yung sabihin yung number kasi automatic na nasa dulo naman siya. So this is pentane dial and this is butane dial. Now, how do we name diketones? So unlike dialdehydes, diketones, we need to mention the locants. No? Kasi pwedeng saan nakalagay yung ketone group. So the ending is dione. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2,4 pentane dione. So yun lang ang importante, no? Bubuuin mo yung alkane, hindi i-drop yung E. So this is 2,4 pentane dione and this is 1, 2, 3, 2,3 hexane dione. Now, how do we name cyclic ketones and diketones? So the carbonyl group is always assigned to position number 1. However, the number is not included anymore in naming. The rest of the ring is numbered to give substituents the lowest possible location numbers. And the prefix cyclo is included before the parent chain, of course, to indicate that it is a ring. Now, is with other ketones, the E ending is replaced with -one to indicate the presence of a ketone. And if the suffix is dione is used, no, if there are more than, if there are two, like ketone functional group. So this one is cyclopentanone. Cyclopentanone. This is 2-bromo. So this is carbon number 1, 2. So this is 2-bromo cyclopentanone. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4-hydroxy cyclohexanone. This is 2-bromo 5-methyl cyclohexanone. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No? So 2-bromo 5-methyl cyclohexanone. And we have a 1,4 cyclohexane dione. No? So again, pag dione, hindi din na-drop yung E. So 1,4 cyclohexane dione. And then we have a 1,2 cyclopentane dione. Now, naming carbonyls and hydroxyls in the same molecule. So, the carbonyl group is taken to be a priority, no, than the alcohols. So, yung alcohol ngayon, yung OH group is named as a substituent and we call it the hydroxy group. So, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4. So, we have butanal. So that's an aldehyde, and then an OH group attached to carbon number 4. So we have a 4-hydroxybutanal. So this one is 4-hydroxy 3-methyl-butanal because there is a methyl group at carbon number 3. And this one is, carbon number 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4-hydroxy 2-butanone. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have a 1,5-dihydroxy 3-pentanone. So in naming carbonyls and alkenes, so again, the carbonyl group is taken priority. And whenever necessary, we use the cis-trans or easy nomenclature. So here, how do we name? So we locate the number of the alkene. So, for example, is it a hexene or a pentene? So, that's the prefix. The ending is N to indicate the presence of a double bond. You locate the number of the carbonyl if it's a ketone, otherwise, kung aldehyde naman siya, hindi. And then the ending is -one or -al. So, this one is a ketone. So, again, the carbonyl group has a higher priority. So, numbering starts nearer the carbonyl group. So, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Double bond is at carbon number 4. So, this is 4-pentane 2-one. And then, we have trans-3-pentanal. So, trans, kasi opposite, no? Yung hydrogen pataas, yung isa naman pababa. So, trans-3-pentanal. And then, we have so 1, 2, 3, 3-methyl, no? 3-methyl, also 3-pentanal because there are 5 carbons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's an E because the priority groups are of opposite side. So, ito yung priority pababa. Ito naman yung isang priority pataas. So, E, 3-methyl, 3-pentanal. This one is Z5-bromo 4-hexane 3-one. So, yung priority group nung ito at saka ito parehong nasa side, no? Kaya Z. So, 5-bromo 4-hexane 3-one. Okay? So, as fragments, ang tawag sa kanila alkanoil. So, example ay formyl or acetyl. So, we have acetyl chloride, acetyl aldehyde, and formyl fluoride, no? So, analogo sa alkyl, no? Alkenyl, so alkanoil or acyl. So, again, examples are formyl and acetyl. So, I hope you are able to have a clear grasp of naming aldehydes and ketone. So, remember, be yourself, but always your better self. Thank you and stay safe, class. See you when I see you.